Adams Cable Channel 7 Sports presents another edition of high school basketball as the Carbondale Area Chargers take on the Forest City Foresters. Brought to you by Adams Cable Service and by the following Carbondale sponsors. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Main Street Sunoco, Big Lomini Drugstore, locally owned and trusted since 1929. McGovern Insurance Agency. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Nick's Excavating and Construction. Your starting lineups are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. It's time for high school basketball between Carbondale area and Forest City. Courtside with the call of today's game, here's Glenn Muskowski and Steve Young. Guys.
Welcome to another edition of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Basketball, and today from the Pete Taronis Gym, a matinee edition as we feature a Lackawanna League Division 3-4 crossover game between the Forest City Foresters and the Carbondale Area Chargers. With Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Glad to have you aboard on this Saturday afternoon. You have to love these matinee games, folks. It's a pretty nice looking Saturday. Temperatures are much warmer than we've had in a couple of weeks, and here today Forest City and Carbondale will meet for the third time this season. Forest City will bring an overall record of 3 wins and 14 losses into this ball game, while Carbondale area overall stands at 8 wins and 9 losses. Back from his Florida vacation is Glenn Muskowski. Glenn, welcome back to the great Northeast.
Well, I'm not sure I want to be back, Steve. I came back here. I think I came back to 1 degree. Although it wasn't as warm as we would like it to be in Florida, I wasn't shoveling anything down there, that's for sure.
Well, we certainly did have a lot of cold temperatures around here, and right now, though, this weekend pretty nice. It's near 40 degrees, and we're set for high school basketball between the Foresters and the Chargers for Carbondale area. They are coming off of a home loss to Mid-Valley by the score of 80-39, a game in which they really struggled in, while the Forest City Foresters lost at home to a very good Elk Lake team by the score of 63-27. So for Carbondale area and Forest City, this is the third meeting between these two teams. They hooked up in the first game of the season. Carbondale won that one 58-43, and then Carbondale area defeated Forest City 47-31 up at Forest City in the first half, and here in the second half they'll meet again.
Now, Steve, with Luke Pisarczyk taking over as head coach of Forest City, this becomes a family thing now. We have the old family feud again. Who wins the last game has the bragging rights for the remainder of the year. So I'm sure they'll pull out all stops and try to pull out a couple fast ones against each other today. But it should be an entertaining game.
And for the Forest City Foresters, of course, and Luke Pisarczyk, he took over for second-year head coach Mike Latrella, who resigned his position as head coach of the Foresters on Friday, January 21st. And Luke Pisarczyk was the head junior varsity coach for the past 3 seasons, so very familiar with the program. And once he took over, Glenn, Luke Pisarczyk is actually 2-2 with the Foresters. Well, they defeated Mountain View in Luke's first game as head coach, 56-45. They lost a heartbreaker to Lakeland, 44-41. They defeated Susquehanna, 50-46, and of course they lost to that great Elk Lake team.
Elk Lake has a very nice ball club this year, Steve. Really good. And of course, Carbondale the other night ran into a buzzsaw with Mid-Valley. When Mid-Valley's right, there's not too many people that can beat them. And boy, they were right the other night. I happened to be at the game, so it was just one of those games where they couldn't do anything correctly, and it cost them dearly. But this should be a good one. This should be a real good game. Like I said, a lot of pride in this game, a lot of family bragging.
And we'll talk more about today's game when we return after this break on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phones starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today. Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Welcome back to the Pete Toronis Gym in Carbondale for high school basketball. This is a Lackawanna League Division III-4 crossover matchup. Carbondale area in Division III and Forest City in Division IV. So a little crossover action here today between the Foresters and the Chargers. And Glenn, you talked about this. It should be a pretty good ball game. Carbondale, much more physical than Forest City, as they have Jason Martin, Joe Martin, Isaiah McCord. These guys can bang the boards. But for the Foresters, they have some guys that can handle the basketball and some good outside shooting.
Well, it's going to be the speed against the toughness of Carbondale, and I think it's going to be the game is going to be won on the defensive end. Who plays the better defense, and quite frankly, who has the opportunity to get to the basket and make some shots. Now, Carbondale struggled the other night scoring-wise, as did Forest City. So I think everybody's ready to go. You know, Steve, as we were standing in the corner during the JV game, I saw one of our good friends walked in, former head coach of Forest City, Jack Pisarczyk, who's father of Luke, of course. And I told Jack, I said, now he's going to show you how to do it the right way. But Jack had some great teams when he coached. He had some. They made it to the playoffs a few years with him, and they did a nice job. But he's now a golfer, so he's always up and down that East Coast like I was last week. Enjoys the trips to Florida.
Well, Luke Pisarczyk is the 7th head coach since the 2008-2009 season. It was Jack Mydage early after Julius Brzezowski, then Jack Pisarczyk, Jason Ponsar, Carl Impt, Bill Jones. Mike Heck was in the mix somewhere there.
Yep.
And, of course, Mike Latrella. And now it is Luke Pisarczyk taking over as the head coach of the Forest City Foresters. So the stage is set for today's ball game. Forest City got off to a very slow start. They lost their first 5 ball games. Then they picked up their first win over Western Wayne, 46-37. Then they went on a 7-game slide. And since that time, Luke Pisarczyk, I should say, has a 2-2 record with the Foresters. For Carbondale area coming into this matchup, they have lost their last 4 ball games against Holy Cross, Dunmore, Old Forge, and Mid-Valley. So they're looking to get back on the winning track.
Yes, they are. And I guess the game against Dunmore, they had it in their hands and let it slip away again down the end, where where you have to be patient, and that seems to be the bugaboo sometimes with Carbondale. They have the lead, they have the ball, and they get a little out of sync, a little patient, and they have to try to control their tempo, and that should keep them in this kind of a game today.
We will go to a break, and when we return, we will have a look at your starting lineups, brought to you today by the Roselle Department Store after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Gerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Gerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website, gerrystire@gmail.com. Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. And now your starting lineups for today's game, presented by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the annual winter clearance sale is underway with savings up to 40% on all remaining winter apparel. Roselle offers a great supply of school uniforms for Lakeland, Carbondale area, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Forest City, and Valley View. If you're attending a formal affair, Roselle Department Store has the hottest fashion ideas by Sarno & Son with a perfect fit every time, and they now offer fast, reliable laundry and dry cleaning service. Sam and the staff at the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between the Forest City Foresters and the Carbondale area Chargers. Starting five for the Foresters at point guard, John Diaz, a 5'11 junior. Also at guard, Matt Nevins, a 6'1 junior. Noah Fedak joins them at guard, a 6'1 junior. John Darrenkamp at forward, a 5'11 junior. And Cody Burris at forward, a 5'11 junior. Your starting five for Carbondale area brought to you by Roselle Department Store. Jason Martin at forward, a 6'2 senior. Joe Martin at center, a 6'4 senior. Jordan Martin at forward, 6'2 junior. Kyle Burrell at guard, a 5'11 junior, and also at guard, Isaiah McCord, 6'1 senior. And those are your starting lineups for today's game, presented by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. And now to Honor America, our national anthem. Glenn, I don't know how you feel, but she should be singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
There she go. Very, very nice job. Don't know what her name is, but
we
did a great job.
That they were going to sing the national anthem today, but what a beautiful rendition. So the stage is set for high school basketball. Glad to have you with us today here on Channel 7, Carbondale area and Forest City, as the Chargers and the Foresters will come to the center court circle. And now to jump center, John Darrenkamp, along with Joe Martin. And Joe Martin, 6'4", Darrenkamp at 5'11". Martin will have the size advantage. And Carbondale controls the opening tip.
Okay, Forest City in there man-to-man. Get some motion going here for Carbondale.
And with the ball, Joe Martin, he'll push it back outside to Isaiah McCord, who's cut off by the Forester defense, and Burrell will launch the shot. He misfires. Martin with the rebound and the putback misses. And Matt Nevins collects the carry. The Foresters are averaging 42 a ball game while giving up 58. And off the drive, Noah Fedak. Air ball. Martin has it. Jason Martin with the bounce pass. Burrell on the wing. And Carbondale area will try to get their offense going right here as we are scoreless with just about 1 minute gone by first quarter. Joe Martin to Jordan Martin, posting up, muscles up the shot and scores.
That's how Carbondale could be very effective if they work the ball down into the post tonight.
It's a 2-0 Carbondale lead as John Diaz, the 5'11 junior point guard, will set things up. And Noah Fedak, 6'1 junior. Diaz, Glenn, we know he's on the point running the offense for the Foresters, but we know he could definitely shoot from the outside, as we saw that last year.
Well, there it is right there.
And he knocks down a three. And the Foresters have a 1-point lead, 3-2.
That was a really good shot. Nice square up to the basket. You know, going right to left, that's a tough shot to make, but once he was squared, not much left to do but just knock it in.
And Isaiah McCord with an open look at the basket, and he scores to give Carbondale a 4-3 advantage. 2 minutes gone by here in the first. And it's Matt Nevins off the drive. Puts up the runner, misses. Jordan Martin with the rebound. Here's McCord and Burrell now. Guarded by Diaz. Burrell with the crossover. Kicks it out. Jason Martin. Joe Martin now out on the high post in traffic.
I think if Carbondale spreads the floor a little bit more and runs that pick and roll, they can get open on that.
4-3 Carbondale. And Jason Martin on a drive to the basket. Misses. Foresters have it.
Made a strong move, but again, instead of going tough to the basket, he kind of looked to get fouled. And when they didn't make contact, the shot wasn't very good.
John Diaz, 5'11 junior, gives it up. And this will be Nevins and Fedak. Diaz will take control. Bounce passing into Cody Burrell, and his shot is a little too heavy. And the ball is rebounded by Joe Martin. In transition, here come the Chargers. Burrell on the left side. Beautiful pass to Jordan Martin for the deuce. Carbondale has a 6-3 lead.
Again,
Diaz a little bit out of control, lost the ball. Kept alive by Jordan Martin. McCord in transition. And he bounces it off his foot. He loses it. Diaz 1-on-2. He had it knocked away by Burrell. And Isaiah McCord will slow things down a little bit. Junior varsity contest went to Carbondale in a tight matchup, 44-41. He'll have a blocking foul right here. Cody Burrell, 5'11 junior, called for his first personal and the team's first.
Wow, wholesale substitutions early for Carbondale today.
I talked with Landon Gabriel. He said he's going to go deep in the lineup today against the Foresters. And now off the turnaround, Jordan Martin with the roll.
I don't think Forest City has anybody that can stop Jordan Martin down low.
8-3 Carbondale area. Now John Diaz to work the basketball, and Noah Fedak with a left hand. Triple team. They kick it back outside. Nevins will launch it. In and out. Ball is rebounded by Jordan Martin. Carbondale up 8-3 with under 4 to play first quarter.
Jordan Martin and Joe Martin have 6 rebounds so far, and it looks like it's...
Chip Calabro turns it over.
You know, it's hard. It just boggles my mind how you can't fake and drive anymore, because as soon as you do that, it's called a walk.
Chip Calabro is in the lineup for the Chargers, along with Chris Larson. And for City inbounding, Diaz will work one-on-one against Jeff Arthur. Diaz, who I understand, Glenn, is a very good shortstop on the high school baseball team.
Well,
gives it up to Fedak.
Good athletes are good athletes. They can play anything.
Matt Nevins will bounce pass to Burrell. He'll hook it up and got the roll. Foresters answer with a bucket, and they trail 8-5. Here's McCord on a strolling dribble for the Chargers. Nearing 3 to play, first quarter. Arthur giving it up. Calabro. Jordan Martin. And this will be Jeff Arthur pulling up with a shot from the free throw line and draws the foul. John Diaz called for the personal foul, his first and the team's second, and Jeff Arthur is on the charity stripe, converting on 6 of 11. A little heavy on the right-hand flip.
Yeah, a little, not enough arc, just too straight at the basket. Nice follow too. He got the backspin, but it's just got to get some more arc. That's much better.
This one,
much better.
He rattles this one in for his 26th point of the season, as Diaz will take the ball to the basket and scores. 9-7, the Foresters hanging tough against the Chargers. Carbondale area offensively averaging 49 points while giving up 51, as Chris Larson will bounce pass it near side. It's Jeff Arthur. Chip Calabro to McCord from downtown. Too heavy. Rebound goes to the Foresters. Jump ball. And the Foresters will have the possession. Now it will be Noah Fedak, the 6'1" junior guard, who is averaging over 13 a ball game through all 17 games this season. And Nevins now will try to break the Charger press. Nevins pushes the ball right across midcourt. And there'll be a reach-in.
You can't bump them 4 times down the floor. If you get away with the first 3, you have to stop.
Yeah. So McCord gets whistled for the personal, his first, team's first. 9-7 Carbondale with 2.5 to play, first quarter. Noah Fedak will float the ball into Matt Nevins. Nevins will take a look at the Carbondale defense, gives it up. Fedak will pop a 3. Oh, rattled in and out. And Larson goes for the save, but could not tiptoe along the baseline.
He had the ball, just dropped it, and could not recover it in time.
Yeah, his momentum took him out of bounds, and it will be Matt Nevins to put the ball in play for the Foresters. Nevins will float it in. Diaz. And Fedak. Good ball movement by the Foresters off the turnaround. Nevins short on the shot. McCord now will set it up for the Chargers, leading 9-7. Calabro. Here's McCord. And this will be Jordan Martin way out in the near the three-point line. Now it's Chip Calabro off the drive, and the scoop shot is
nice
good.
shot. Good strong move by Chip Calabro.
Carbondale by 4, 11-7. And I believe did the Chargers want a timeout? Let's find out what's happening.
Foul on Calabro. Body pushed him out of bounds.
First personal foul on Chip Calabro. Second team foul for the Chargers, and Fedak on the inbound. Adam Kowaleski in the ballgame for the Foresters, wearing number 31, McCord. Now will collect the loose ball for the Chargers. McCord sees an opening, cut off by the Forester defense. They'll kick it back outside to Jordan Martin. Chip Calabro and company with 1:23 remaining first quarter. Here's Jordan Martin posting up off the turnaround, gets it to fall.
Jordan Martin,
13-7, Carbondale area beginning to pull away as Noah Fedak will go cross court. Matt Nevins averaging 9 a ball game. He's a junior. So what you see out there on the floor, Glenn, for the most part, is returning next year. They're all juniors.
Forest City?
Forest City. It's Diaz, a junior, Nevins, Fedak, Darren Camp, Baris, Pat Coles is a junior, Kowaleski a sophomore. So
yeah. Good nucleus.
Good nucleus of players. And here's what Landon Gabriel talked about. He's going to go to his bench early in this contest and get some of the underclassmen in there. And the inbound goes to Fedak with 52 seconds to play in the first. Fedak lost it off the drive. Players battle for it on the floor. Jump ball, Carbondale possession.
Chargers ball.
Foresters' 3 wins came over Western Wayne, Mountain View, and Susquehanna this season. As the Carbondale area Chargers now will set it up. And in the ball game, Evan Gerry for, let's check that for the Chargers. He's in there. Also, Greg Nepa wearing number 13. He checks into the lineup for Carbondale area as Jason Martin will inbound to Burrell. And Burrell will come near side. It is Gerry with an open look. And misfires. Jason Martin went for the save. And Foresters will have the basketball. 23 seconds to play, first quarter. Glad to have you with us for high school basketball here on Adams Cable. Super Bowl weekend. Glenn, by the time this game is replayed, Super Bowl will be history.
Absolutely. And you prepare. It's like Christmas. Prepare all those days, and next thing you know, it's over.
3 seconds on the clock. Fedak with the ball. They work it over to Kovaleski, and that will bring an end to the first quarter of play here at the Pete Taronis Gym in Carbondale, with the Chargers leading the Foresters 13-7 on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
13-7, Carbondale your leader as we get the second quarter of play underway here in Carbondale. As the Foresters will try to go to work in their half-court set. They lose the basketball, tipped out of bounds by Greg Nepa.
Well, Coach Gabriel came out in a half-court trap there, and it worked successfully, except no one around to pick up the ball once it was tipped away.
Diaz will work against Evan Gerry. And Diaz goes cross-court. This is Adam Kovaleski, 6'2" sophomore, wearing number 31. And off the steal, here is Jason Martin, coast to coast, and it was rejected, and the foul. Diaz got a hand on it, but did commit the foul to deny Jason Martin the basket.
Jason Martin on the line.
That's his second personal foul. And the fourth team foul. Jason Martin is shooting 46% from the charity stripe this season.
Jason Martin is sneaky, quick with the long arms. He tips a lot of those balls away when he gets good position on defense. He has a knack of knocking that ball away. He just had to finish that time. But of course, that was a good foul on Dish.
Carbondale is a team shooting at 50% from the free throw line, and Martin gives Carbondale a 14-7 advantage. Diaz. Crossover dribble, goes cross court to Kovaleski. So for Luke Pisarczyk, if he's still the coach next year, as Jason Martin goes for the layup, and his shot is rejected by Kovaleski.
It's rejected because he's got to check to see if his arm is still there, because that's the second time they banged him on the way up, which are good fouls, good hard fouls. The whole idea of fouling a guy going to the basket like that so it doesn't make the basket.
Second personal foul on Adam Kovaleski, 15 foul, and that will place Jason Martin back on the stripe, and this time he's perfect. 15-7 the Chargers.
Yeah, this Evan Deary is one of the freshmen that the coaching staff brought up. They expect good things for him in the future.
Well, the future is bright down around the 7th grade level, 8th grade level. 16-7. Now the Foresters almost lost the basketball. Fedak could not hang on to it, and Martin was right there to put the pressure on him. Noah Fedak will inbound the basketball. Pass goes to Kovaleski. Fedak almost lost it. Boy, if you're going to go in there, Glenn, you either have to keep going or pull up with the shot.
You can't change your mind.
Dishing off, the outside shot is up and off the mark by Darren Kemp. Put back is good by Nevins. 16-9 as the Foresters answer with a basket. Kyle Burrell, guarded and company, will set it up. Now the bounce pass to Nepa. Jason Martin in traffic, fires up the shot and draws the foul.
Well, he's very active under the glass today. He's going to the board strong. Basket strong. So Forest City's going to have to deny him the ball a little bit.
Right now, Adam Kovaleski just picked up his 3rd personal foul. So that is a cause for concern for Luke Pisarczyk, and Kovaleski will check out of the Forester lineup. He will be replaced by Cody Baris, the 5'11 junior, as Jason Martin will have another free throw toss on the way with Carbondale up 16-9. And he converts. 17-9 Carbondale. Nevins with the crossover, looks to give it up, and there's a foul under the basket called on the Chargers. Jason Martin whistled for the personal, his first, team's 4th. Nevins to put the ball in play for the Foresters. Pat Coles looks back to Nevins, and another. We have another reach in.
Wow, how do you call that foul from across the board when there's 2 officials standing right there that have nothing?
Easy, Glenn, easy now.
I don't buy that.
No, easy. Remember, you're Dick Vitale, not Mike Krzyzewski anymore.
I do not have that. I don't buy that.
From the outside, shot won't fall for the Foresters, and Noah Fedak in transition. This is Jason Martin way off the mark, and Fedak has the rebound. Fedak on the perimeter. 17-9 Carbondale with 6 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Through traffic, oh gosh, it was Noah Fedak driving.
Joe Martin's foul.
Joe Martin, 6'4" senior, picks up his first personal foul and the team's 6th. And here's Noah Fedak, a 65% free throw shooter, and he misses. Well, right here, Glenn, this is big because when you get a guy who is shooting 65% from the line on the stripe, this is where you want to get some points and try to get some momentum.
Absolutely. My wife always calls, they're free. They should go in.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. She's smarter than all of us here. As Fedak converts on the second one, 17-10. Now it is Isaiah McCord. And some underclassmen in the lineup for the Chargers, and we'll start to run them now. Connor Deary wearing number 43 in the ball game. Joe Kilhullen wearing number 10. Now we'll wait for the official word on this call. Matt Nevins picks up the personal foul, his first and the team's 7th. And on the stripe is Joe Kilhullen, the 6'1" sophomore.
Joe Kilhullen.
Tell you, we're going to need a scorecard today.
As Kilhullen very calmly hits the free throw to give Carbondale an 8-point advantage, 18-10. Well, Landon Gabriel, planning for the future, wants to take a look at some of those guys sitting at second-team units, see how they perform on the varsity level. 19-10 as Kilhullen is good on 2. There's a rebound for Connor Deary, number 43. And Connor goes cross-court to Joe Kilhullen. He'll fire up the shot. Well, didn't really get it out of his hand cleanly. And hitting the deck for the Foresters was Pat Coles. And foul will be called on Carbondale.
Fouls on Chris Larson.
Chris Larson, 6'1" junior, with his second personal foul.
That was a tight end foul. I didn't get that rebound. You're going down.
I never heard that before. That's a good one. Tight end foul. Here's Pat Coles converting for the Foresters, 6'1" junior. Foresters as a team shooting at 59% from the foul line. And this one a little bit short. Ball is rebounded by Camp. They'll kick it back outside. And off the drive, Fedak in traffic didn't get the basket, but he will go to the stripe.
Fouls on Chris Larson.
Chris Larson picks up his third foul.
He's throwing his body around pretty good in there.
17 foul as Fedak is on the stripe. And Noah very short on that free throw.
Short-armed it, never followed, not the good follow-through, kind of like just nice, just short-armed it, and that doesn't get any rotation, and when it hits the rim, it bounces hard.
Fedak short again, and the ball is rebounded by Joe Martin. Isaiah McCord will take control for Carbondale area. As McCord thought about a shot, Joe Kilholland. And back they go to Joe Martin, and this is Jordan Martin underneath. Ball's loose, Foresters have it. Pat Coles with a good save. Noah Fedak. Matt Nevins. Fedak for three. Short. Ball's rebounded by Connor Derry. McCord through traffic. And the foul.
Fouls on Pat Coles.
Pat Coles for the Foresters. Whistled for the personal. His first. Team's 8. McCord on the stripe. 63% from the line this season for Isaiah McCord. Averaging in double figures with about 12.5 a ball game. And misses. Well, Glenn, not the prettiest game you've ever seen.
No, not yet. We got a lot of time to go yet.
4.5 to play in the first half as McCord converts on the second shot. And down court quickly, Dylan Odell on a drive to the basket and a blocking foul on Carbondale. Dylan Odell, wearing number 32, is a sophomore guard.
Dylan Odell on the line. He'll shoot
20-11, Carbondale area. And Odell on the stripe. He has scored 19 points. This will be his first trip to the free throw line this season, and he misses.
Seems like everybody on the foul line the last 2 minutes is short-arming everything. That's better.
Now this time Odell is perfect.
Better.
20-12 as the Foresters answer. Now McCord, season opening, gives it up. Kilholland, Derry. McCord, nice move. Puts it up, partially blocked. Foresters have it. Here comes Noah Fedak with the basketball. Nevins to work the Forester half-court set with 4 minutes left in the first half, trailing 20-12. And I think Isaiah will get whistled for the person. Maybe not. No, this might go on the Foresters.
Fouls on John Gerry.
Oh, illegal pick. I didn't see anything on defense at that time. I didn't see anything that happened.
First personal on Camp as Joe Kilholland will flip the ball in play. And Isaiah. Connor Derry, 5'10", sophomore. Kilholland. Nice move. Isaiah. Jordan Martin. Throws it away.
Not on the same page that time.
20-12 your score. Carbondale with 3:40 left to play in the first half in our matinee edition of Adams Cable High School basketball on this Saturday. Glad to have you aboard. Matt Nevins to Odell. And the Foresters trying to break someone open free, and there's an open look at the basket, and Darren Camp scores. And the Foresters now trail by 6, 20-14.
You know, they're right in, Carbondale is substituting freely, and Forest City's just hanging right in there.
Kilholland with the left hand. Gerry and Isaiah McCord. Joe Martin wants to drive the lane, and the shot is good.
That's a good strong move by Martin.
22-14. Here's Noah Fedak driving. Oh, gosh, got tangled up underneath the basket, but Coles will save the possession for the Foresters. And Forest City, trailing 22-14, will inbound. Noah Fedak into Matt Nevins. Tell you, this second unit for Carbondale, Glenn.
Just hanging in there. They're hanging in there.
They're playing well. A little floater underneath the basket to Darren Camp for a deuce. 22-16.
I mean, they've emptied their bench, so they've actually gone to their third group of kids.
Connor Derry. Here's Joe Kilholland.
I think Carbondale's got to just get the ball down the block, down low. I don't think Forest City can stop them in there.
Isaiah's posting up underneath the basket. And Joe Martin will fire up a three.
I don't think that's his shot, but
Nevins has it in transition. Fedak from downtown. Got it. 22-19, and a timeout is called by Carbondale area with 1:52 left in the first half here on Adams Cable High School basketball.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Pete Taronis Gym after the timeout. Carbondale leads 22-19. The Foresters on a little bit of a run here in the second quarter of play. And the Chargers will go back to work in their half-court set.
Forest City now into a zone, now looking to get some help down underneath.
Outside, Burrell with a 15-footer. And he gives Carbondale a 24-19 advantage.
You know, Kyle Burrell's a pretty good shooter, but he doesn't take the ball strong to the basket. If he take the ball strong to the basket, instead of just throwing those floaters up there. Now, that was a good jump shot. So that's what should be done, or if you're going to do the rest of it, you got to go strong to the basket.
Fedak with an open three, misses. Ball's on the floor. Carbondale keeps it going. Kyle Burrell looks to toss it to Jason Martin.
Move.
Great save down to Isaiah for a bucket.
Well, that was a great pass, great safe pass by Jason Martin that time. Boy, he knew what he was going to do with it as soon as he touched it.
26-19 Carbondale area with 45 seconds left in the first half. Now, Matt Nevins will just hang on to the basketball.
Yeah, if they're going to stay out there, let them stay there. You're ahead. No reason to go out there and play them, because
Carbondale with a 7-point lead as Darren Camp will give it up. Well, the plan here, Glenn, is to go for a high percentage shot, and if you make it going into the locker room, well, the Foresters will call a timeout with 17 seconds left. We'll be right back on Adams Cable High School basketball.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
17 seconds remain in the first half, and it was the Foresters calling a timeout to talk over the final play of this first half, as it will be Matt Nevins with 12 on the clock just holding on to the basketball. Diaz near center court. They'll give it to Fedak on the left side. Cross court back over to Nevins for three. Won't fall, and the ball is rebounded by Joe Martin, and that will bring an end to the first half of today's Lackawanna League Division 3-4 crossover basketball matchup, with Carbondale area leading Forest City 26-19 here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams. If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale.
Never know how. Never know how.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Never know how. Never know how. Never know how. Never know how.
Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Gerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Gerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website gerrystire@gmail.com. Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
Now, car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Here's Glenn and Steve with more Channel 7 high school basketball.
Here we go with the third quarter of play at the Pete Taronis Gym. Glad you're with us here on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Carbondale with a 26-19 advantage over the Foresters, and Isaiah McCord will inbound at center court for Carbondale area.
You know, Steve, we'd be a little remiss if we didn't remind the people of what this week is all about with this
coaches versus
cancer. I mean, that is a very, very important phase in the Lackawanna League basketball for the last I don't know how many, 7 or 8 years. I mean,
and it's been getting bigger
and bigger.
They
are donating a ton of money.
Suits and sneakers. If you take a look at all the coaches, they're in suits and sneakers. And the outside shot by McCord drops. And Carbondale opens up the third quarter of play with a basket. So I believe today concludes Coaches versus Cancer Week as Diaz puts up a runner and misses. And on the fast break, Jason Martin goes for the save and lost it. And Carbondale turns it over.
Well, you're going to throw the ball away a little bit when you're breaking, but you got to be a little bit more efficient with it.
And now the inbound pass to Cody Burrell, and it will be Diaz with the crossover dribble working against Burrell as the Foresters trail 28-19. And there is a steal by Jason Martin against Diaz, and he hooks it up, misses, and the putback by Burrell is no good, and the foul. Now Darren Camp picks up his second personal foul, team's first, and Kyle Burrell is a 65% free throw shooter, and boy, he sure does make it look easy.
Well, if you got, he has good form. He just doesn't. I don't think he shoots enough. To be honest with you, for Carbondale, he's got to get himself squared away and shoot the ball. I mean,
like another day at the office for Kyle Burrell, 30-19 Carbondale. Now the pressure will be put on by the Chargers as Diaz will give it up to Fedak. Barres fakes a pass inside, gives it back to Diaz. Beautiful open man is Darren Camp with the bucket. 30-21. That was pinpoint passing by the Foresters.
Absolutely good passing. That's the way to break the pressure. Just get the ball and move the ball away from the pressure and hit the open man.
And Isaiah McCord will give it up to Jason Martin. Now Joe Martin in traffic with the hook shot. Got the roll.
The basket is good by Joe Martin.
32-21. Carbondale and Joe Martin will go to the charity stripe. He's averaging just about 10 a ball game. 6'4" senior. And from the free throw line, shooting at about 46% this season. And converts. 33-21, the Chargers. Now it's Diaz against Burrell. Near side, Nevins.
Oh, there's good help from the weak side. Nevins wide open.
Fedak from downtown misses, and a great rebound by Cody Burrell to keep it going for the Foresters.
That was a nice...
Nevins just tosses up the shot. That was a poor percentage shot, but fortunately for the Foresters, they keep it going now. Nevins works it back outside. Well, this is where the Foresters are going to have to make a run as Noah Fedak went to bounce pass it to Cody Burrell. The timing wasn't there, and they turn it over.
Now you have to be, that was a good pass. It's just Burrell just wasn't ready for it, and you have to be ready all the time.
33-21 Carbondale area as Burrell will work in front of the Carbondale bench. posting up. Joe Martin in traffic, taken away.
Well,
Mitchell Blake is in the ball game, the 6'2" sophomore, and tipped the basketball. Fedak bounce passing. Boris double team, rejected inside, and there's a pass to Kyle Burrell. Now McCord thought about a three, couldn't make up his mind, a little bit out of control, and that's an offensive foul called on Isaiah McCord.
Well, he just made his mind up he was going there, and that was it.
Well, he wanted the three, then he didn't want it, and then he wanted to go to the basket.
And
so
why
a lot
not?
of indecision.
And
there.
why not stop and take that little 8-foot jump shot?
Well, if you're open, that's the thing to do. 33-21, the Foresters trail with 4:59 left in the third quarter. Here at the Pete Taronis Gym, nice spin move by Fedak, up with the shot and draws the foul.
Well, no, you can't blame Jason Martin for that. He turns Noah Fedak, and that's what you're supposed to do, make the offensive man turn, but he gets no help from the back line. They stood there and watched Noah Fedak go right by all of them, and then, of course, Martin comes in, tries to recover, and commits the foul.
Third personal on Jason Martin. Noah Fedak, a very good free throw shooter, misses as he continues to struggle, and the score remains 33-21. Fedak perfect on the second shot. 33-22. Now the Chargers will go to work in their half-court set with McCord.
There's the pick and roll. The problem is Joe Martin, when he rolled, he turned his back to the ball. He rolled away from the ball rather than to the ball.
McCord, pull-up jumper. Short, and Fedak collects the carom. Here is Fedak through traffic, knocked away. Forester basketball. .426 left in the third quarter. 33-22 Carbondale area. See Glenn looking at the watch there, and you don't have a dinner date, do you?
No.
From the outside, shot won't fall for the Foresters. Joe Martin with the rebound. And in transition, here is Jeff Arthur. Cross court. This will be Burrell with an open look. And a three.
He can shoot the ball.
36-22. Now it is Nevins directing traffic, and Fedak will take control as he bounce passes, looking for Darren Camp, not there.
You give Noah Fedak the turnover for the pass, but Darren Camp just never rolled to the basket.
Setting it up for the Chargers, Kyle Burrell. Jeff Arthur. Now Joe Martin in a lot of traffic, posting up. Jordan Martin got the roll.
Jordan Martin.
38-22, Carbondale area.
Carbondale just slowly pulling away in this game. I think their strength and their inside presence is just too much for Forest City.
And the Foresters won a timeout with 3:23 left in the third. Carbondale up 38-22 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Pete Taronis Gym in Carbondale with 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Here in the third quarter play, the Foresters took a timeout to talk things over as they trail 38-22 against the Chargers.
Well, I think the strength of Carbondale and the size of Carbondale compared to Forest City starting to wear on Forest City inside. They're not getting really clean shots when they're going to the basket, and Carbondale's pounding the boards, and they're getting the ball inside, and they're getting easy shots. But Carbondale's a little bit more patient this half.
Foresters inbound the basketball, and Matt Nevins will set it up. Fedak looking inside. Carbondale with some good defense right now.
Carbondale's back into their zone again, a 1-2-2 zone, looking to trap the wings.
Nice move, but they'll have to kick it back outside as Nevins goes off the drive and banks it off the glass. 38-24.
There's a full court pressure by Forest City. Look down.
There's a ball knocked away. Good hustle by Noah Fedak.
Well, that's not a good pass by Jeff Martin at that Jeff Arthur that time. If he takes that ball, 2 more dribbles, defenders got to come, then he just dumps it right off.
Well, Noah Fedak down on the court, shaken up. So with the score 38-24, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Eric Larson, the athletic director here at Carbondale Area High School, for all of his help every single game. Every time we come here, always gets us set up with a great vantage point. Of course, to the Carbondale Area School District and to the maintenance staff here at Carbondale Area, as Noah Fedak is okay. He'll have to come to the bench for a moment, though.
Yep, this is our last game in Carbondale this year, isn't it?
Yes.
And I'll tell you, what do you think? Better view from this side, agree?
Oh, definitely a better vantage point.
Yep. You could see what's happening on the benches, and it's easier. I think it's just more comfortable over here. Good job. Good move on your part.
Yeah, we've been thinking about that. It took a long time to do it, but we owe that all to Sid Witz of Witz Communications. When you see Sid, be sure to thank him for that, because he's the guy who got our broadcast line installed for the live radio on this end of the gym. So we have to thank him for that.
Hey, Sid Witz has been doing that kind of stuff for years.
He's the best.
He's the best.
There's
You're
nobody
right.
better. Thank you, Sid. We really appreciate it. Diaz going for the shot, but there's a whistle. Jeff Arthur commits the personal foul, his first and the team's fourth. 38-24 your score. Diaz on the inbound. Darren Camp in the corner and lost it. Joe Martin with good defense.
Yeah, a little pressure, and you got to be ready. You have to be ready if you're Forest City. If you're the pressure's coming, you got to be looking constantly.
Here's Isaiah and Arthur.
All right, good.
Carbondale moves it around the perimeter. Ball's tipped. Matt Nevins has it. Foresters want to push it. Here they come. Nevins driving, and a blocking foul will be called on Carbondale. Yeah, definitely a great vantage point over here, Glenn. We talked about doing this. We could have done it wirelessly, but it worked out. It worked out really well this year, the way everything fell into place.
We talked about doing it last year, and it was going to be done not the way you wanted it. So we waited a year, and it was well worth it.
Now the inbound pass for the Foresters. Our next broadcast will be at the Julius Przalski Gym when Mountain View Lady Eagles and the Forest City Lady Foresters will play on the 12th of February. So we're looking forward to that, getting the Mountain View game on. Off the draw, a beautiful pass underneath the basket intended for Mitchell Blake. It was too hot to handle. Now cross court, Isaiah McCord will flip it back outside. Ball is loose, and the Foresters have it. Some ragged play out there on the floor here in quarter number 3.
Very sloppy.
This will be Fedak from downtown. That's an air ball. Now, players could be getting a little bit tired now when you see players coming up that short late in the third quarter. That means the legs are probably tired as Isaiah McCord misfires. 1:15 left in the third, 38-24. Carbondale. Joe Martin picks up foul number 2. and the team's 6th. Noah Fedak will put the ball in play. And John Diaz, 5'11" junior point guard, will set it up. Here's Nevins with an open look. No good. Nevins, good hustle. Did he step out of bounds?
Yep.
Yes. His momentum took him out of bounds, but boy, you have to really be pleased with the hustle of Matt Nevins.
Yeah, he really was. He made a good, strong move, got the ball.
Glenn, he
Lost it a
plays
little bit.
100% from the opening tip to the final buzzer. Here is Martin with an off-balance shot to make it 40-24. Now the Foresters, and here's a pull-up shot that's good by Matt Nevins, or Noah Fedak, I should say, as the Foresters answer with a basket, and it's 40-26. Carbondale turns it over, and the Foresters will have it.
Carbondale, they're up by 16. Where are you going? Just get the ball in, be patient with it.
And Fedak inbounding, gets it back, puts it up, rattles in and out. Boys, can't buy a basket sometimes, Glenn, the way it falls. Chip Calabro dishes off. Evan Deary wearing number 31 in the ballgame, 5'10" freshman. And this is Kyle Burrell. Larson now to set it up. 7 on the clock. Somebody has to take a shot. Burrell in the corner. 3 seconds. Off-balance shot by Martin. Didn't get the roll, and that will bring an end to the third quarter of play here at the Pete Taronis Gym, with Carbondale leading Forest City 40-26 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
Welcome back to the Pete Taronis Gym in Carbondale, 40-26 the Chargers, as we open up fourth quarter action here in the Pioneer City on this matinee edition of high school basketball. Nevins off the drive, got it.
Now that's when the soft shot goes up, and they get the good roll on the basket.
Carbondale facing pressure. There's the turnover. Nevins intercepts the pass, and he will loop it to Noah Fedak. Fedak in traffic on the left wing.
No basket.
Carbondale will be whistled for the personal.
Fouls on Chippy Caliber. No
For
Fedak.
Chip Calabro, his second personal foul, 7th team foul, and Fedak on the strike. And the rebound goes to Joe Martin.
No, Fedak just can't buy anything today.
He's a much better shooter.
Oh, absolutely, no question.
Evan Deary wearing number 31, the freshman in the ball game for Carbondale area, as Landon Gabriel in his 7th year, going deep on the bench. And Joe Martin there along the right wing got tripped up. Pat Coles, 6'1" junior, called for the personal foul, his second, team's third. And Chip Calabro along the right baseline to put the ball in play. Calabro finds Deary. He'll work it back in, and Larson misfires on a short shot. Nevins cross midcourt. And this will be Kovaleski misfiring from the outside. Darren Camp keeps it going for the Foresters. 6:50 left in the fourth quarter of play. And here is Nevins giving it up to Kovaleski for the bucket. 40-30 as the Foresters have now narrowed the deficit to 10 points. Joe Martin. Here's Burrell. Gerry from downtown misses, and the rebound goes to Kovaleski. Adam Kovaleski, the 6'2" sophomore, with a bright future for the Foresters. Darren Camp off the drive, and he scores. 40-32. The lead is down to 8 for Carbondale area with 6:13 to play here in the fourth quarter of play. We'll be right back with, we'll keep it right here, Jay. Glenn?
Well, Carbondale got kind of lax here. They were up by 14, 16 points. They got lax. They're not playing any defense down here. They're hurrying their shots down there. And the other end, you can't do. You got to play this game till the end. And if they get sloppy, you know the old statement, Steve. You let a team hang around long enough, somehow they're going to find a way to beat you.
Yeah, we saw that happen how many times over the years, Glenn. So Landon Gabriel calls the timeout to talk it over. 40-32 as Jason Martin will put the ball in play. Isaiah McCord is back in the Carbondale lineup.
Don't hold the ball there.
Now Jason Martin facing the pressure. They'll give it to Gerry. Did a good job to Greg Neppa. Neppa looking underneath the basket. Ball was knocked away by the Foresters. Greg Neppa, 6' senior, seeing playing time here today. As Jason Martin will inbound. Looking, gets it into McCord, who draws a crowd. And with 5:55 left, Isaiah McCord. Ball's loose. Neppa with the save, and the spin move didn't get it. Tipped back up off the mark. Here's Evan Gerry. Kicks it back outside. McCord pulls up. 14-footer. Yes.
Isaiah McCord.
Nice move by Isaiah McCord to get the lead back to 10 for Carbondale. 42-32.
And there's that 8-foot jump shot we're talking about.
Now the Foresters with Noah Fedak floating the pass to Nevins. Open from the baseline, out of bounds.
You wonder sometimes how that ball hits so soft.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And then it goes over the bank.
Nice soft shot, but that's that English that's on the basketball. Speaking of English, saw Harold McGovern walk into the gymnasium, one of our sponsors, McGovern Insurance Agency, as Gerry will bounce pass to Neppa. He scores. Basket's good on the foul.
Nice pass by Gerry.
Boy, when Harold McGovern played, Glenn, and he took that shot from the outside, from the corner, from the wings, he had so much English on the basketball that when the ball went through the net used to come up over the rim. You remember?
Yeah, was that Harold's absolute fantastic shooting, or were they cheaper nets that slipped up?
We'll have to ask him that one.
Yeah. Harold, I'll see you after the game somewhere.
45-32.
That was a problem back in those days, Steve, when they started putting in longer nets, and they weren't heavy enough, and they used to always come up. But
you don't see that anymore.
No, not at all, because the nets are nice and heavy now, but they were going up because guys were hitting good shots that were snapping those nets when they went through.
Jason Martin collects his fourth personal foul. Fedak converts on the free throw. 45-33, Carbondale. But I really remember at the old Sacred Heart School, formerly the Carbondale CYC, as Noah Fedak converts, 45-33. They had the kind rims across town.
Well,
little bit loose. You got.
They had them, and so did the CYC in Scranton. Boy, if you just put it up there on that rim 90% of them fell in. It seems like they never fell in down there when you wanted them, though.
Here's a nice move under the basket by Jordan Martin, and he scores for the Chargers to give Carbondale a 47-34 lead. Diaz loses it. McCord with good defense. Cross court, it is Kyle Burrell.
Be patient. Be patient. Now, Forest City's got to come out and play a little bit because they're down, but Carbondale's got to be patient.
Evan Gerry, the freshman.
I got to look to shoot. Got to look to shoot. Step up in there.
Nepa in traffic. He'll shoot and score.
He's not bashful.
Hey, he got in the lineup and wants to make the best of that opportunity. 49-34 Carbondale. Fedak, pull-up jumper. Perfect. 49-36, and a timeout on the court with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left. We'll be right back with more action after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
4 minutes and 6 seconds remain here in this Lackawanna League Division 3-4 crossover matchup between the Foresters and the Chargers, with Carbondale up 49-36.
Chargers ball.
And it will be Isaiah McCord to put the ball in play for Carbondale area. And inbound pass will go to Jordan Martin.
Take it to the hole.
And Burrell. 1-on-2, misses. Fedak, long down court pass. Nevins goes for the save, stepped out of bounds. Looks like a nice day outside, man, as that exit door was open momentarily.
Yep, again, Kyle Burrell has to go strong to that basket. He doesn't go strong to that basket. That ball doesn't, you can't just float it in there. You got to go up, expect to get hit. Make the basket, expect to get hit. Don't look to get hit and then try to make the basket after contact.
Burrell with a great battle against Diaz. Gerry. Reach in is going to be called on Noah Fedak. Got a little bit too aggressive that time. 49-36, the Chargers. 3:39 remaining here in the fourth. Saturday afternoon basketball, Glenn, you have to love it. How come they don't play more games on Saturday?
I don't know, Steve.
I mean,
you mean just to be? They're not scheduled that way. And years ago, they used to be girls Monday and Thursday, boys Tuesday and Friday. And then if you needed a third game, they would go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's the only time the boys wouldn't play on Friday. But they're not even close to that anymore. The schedules are they're all over the place. But Saturday afternoon is a nice day. This is a great day for a doubleheader. Carbondale and Forest City, Syracuse, and who they playing tonight? Are they playing? Is it Duke? Yeah, it is Duke, I think.
Diaz collected his fourth personal foul, but I was wondering why they wouldn't have a regularly scheduled game maybe twice during the month of January. It's a Saturday afternoon for the most part, not much going on as the Foresters take it to the hoop and misfire.
Yep. I just
and you're finished early.
Let me say this as a possibility. That's a lot of times Saturday's a day where kids who do play athletics and do work have a chance, the opportunity maybe to go to work. It's not the answer you're looking for, but I really don't know why they don't do it.
Yeah. Carbondale turns it over, up 49-36 with 2.5 left to play in the fourth. Outside shot is off the mark by Dylan Odell of Forest City, Isaiah McCord the other way. Isaiah going to the basket. No
Out
good.
of control, just out of control.
Long down court pass. Here's Nevins with the layup.
Matt Nevins.
49-38 and a timeout called on the court. We'll be right back with more high school basketball after this break on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Never know how. Never know how.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Never know how. Never know how. Never know how. Never know how.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
Along with Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick from Frankie Carl Productions working camera today, Steve Young with you. Glad to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon for high school basketball. Carbondale up over Forest City, 49-38 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Glenn, Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Who do you like in the big game?
I like Denver. I like that. I get my question that I've asked all week. Do you go with the best offense or do you go with the best defense?
That's a tough call.
Sometimes when you're on defense, you don't get too many opportunities to score. But you know how Peyton Manning can light it up. You know he's terrific.
Isaiah McCord with the long down court pass. Here's Jason Martin and the spin move. He's out of the ball game. Jason Martin has just fouled out of today's game.
That was weak. That was weak. That was a good move. That was a flop.
Jason Martin is fouled out of the game.
Foresters down by 11, 49-38. Now Landon Gabriel will have a chat with his ball club. And Luke Pisarczyk on the other side will talk to the Foresters. So for the Forest City Foresters, their next game will be against Lackawanna Trail, while the Chargers will be home against Riverside.
That would be, is that Tuesday?
That will be coming up on, I believe, Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, 2 minutes to go. Let's see if Forest City can make a run here.
Diaz gives it up. Odell.
Good block by Martin.
And now the Chargers with Jeff Arthur and a reach in.
This is going to be the offense foul. Make the foul shots, you win the game. Miss the foul shots, the game gets close.
Jeff Arthur, 5'9" junior guard on the stripe for Carbondale. Shooting at 55% this season from the line. And too short. Nevins collects the carom. Foresters have to move quickly. They need points. Fedak with the pull-up. Misfires. Ball's rebounded by Burrell. Let's check that. This is Isaiah McCord with the basketball, and another foul to stop the clock.
Yep, 1-1.
And Isaiah on the stripe. He's a very good free throw shooter this year at 63%. Never fails. Ball goes out of bounds. Carbondale will keep it.
Sometimes you wonder if you should just be quiet.
Have to take some white out and cover over those numbers, right?
Well.
Wish I could do that with lottery numbers, Glenn, you know?
Yeah, but
make them work the other way.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a
that's good.
perfect shot by Joe Martin.
That out of bounds play has been working since 1940, Steve. It's just a simple angle pick, and if you don't switch on that, the shooter's going to be wide open.
Now Kyle Burrell. Cross court to Joe Martin, and Noah Fedak will commit the reach in to stop the clock with 1:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So for the Carbondale area Chargers, as we take a look at remaining games on their schedule, they will be home against Riverside, at Lakeland, home against Holy Cross, and then their final regular season game of the year will be at Dunmore. Foresters with Diesch going to the hoop, and he misses. Foresters will have Lackawanna Trail at home. They will be at Blue Ridge, home against Montrose, and at Mountain View to end the regular season. So good luck to both teams in their remaining games of the regular season. And with Carbondale area up 51-38, Isaiah McCord is followed by Diesch.
Well, again, a win here or a win there, you may move up into that in the standings.
Yeah.
And the lower you go, the more likely you're going to play a tougher team because they're going to be higher. The number one is 116, 215, probably something like that. I would assume the way if they still do it that way. So if you're down at the bottom of the bracket, you're going to play a tougher team, and more likely a team that you played already, because that's where the teams that up here are doing well.
Diesch fouls out of the ball game for the Foresters, and Isaiah McCord converts on the free throw shot to make it 52-38. Isaiah gets his own rebound, so he'll bring it back out and go cross court. And Burrell. 34 seconds left, and all Carbondale will do is hang on to the basketball, work the clock, and put this one in the win column. There's a reach in.
Yeah, almost had to call that.
Robert Brady, wearing number 22, will be on the free throw line for Carbondale.
Robert Brady.
6'2" junior for Landon Gabriel and the Chargers. Well, that was a smooth shot, but it rolls off the iron.
Yeah, a lot of those things off the iron today.
As McCord checks out of the lineup, along with Burrell and Robert Brady. Second shot, didn't get it to fall. Ball is rebounded by the Foresters as they come the other way with Matt Nevins, and he misses the layup. Boy, the Foresters just couldn't buy a basket.
It is one of those days. Nothing you can do.
And Carbondale will coast to a 52-38 victory over the Forest City Foresters. Congratulations to Carbondale area as they improve their overall record to 9 wins and 9 losses. And they are now 1 win and 2 losses in Division III here in the second half. For the Forest City Foresters, they fall to 3-15 overall, and in Division IV in the second half, 1 win and 2 losses. So, Glenn, not really a good day for shooting from the floor for the Foresters. They got some open looks, but just couldn't convert.
I would have fall, plus the fact that I think Carbondale was just a little bit too big, a little bit too strong for them. And that combination dooms a team that is not hot from the anywhere, the free throw line and with their outside shooting. So it was a tough day for Forest City, but they'll be back. They're going up to play Lackawanna Trail. I think they beat them in the first half, or did they not? I don't even know.
Yeah, let's take a look at Forest City. Lackawanna lost to Lackawanna Trail 57-48. That was right in the middle of that 7-game streak. Okay. So we'll see if Matt Pisarczyk, or Luke Pisarczyk, I should say, will get them back on track in that ball game. So good luck to Luke and the Foresters in their remaining regular season games. And, Glenn, that's going to wrap it up. We're going to have a little bit of time off, and ironically, we'll be back for one more ball game coming up on the 12th of February as the Mountain View Lady Eagles will take on the Forest City Lady Foresters. So we'll get a little R&R, a little rest and relaxation when we'll be back for more.
And maybe the grass will be green then.
Yeah, maybe the golf clubs will be out. We'll see how that works. So for Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Till next time, so long from the Pete Taronis Gym.
This Adams Cable Channel 7 sports presentation of high school basketball between the Carbondale Area Chargers and the Forest City Foresters was brought to you by Adams Cable Service and by the following Carbondale sponsors. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Gerry's Tire and Auto Service, Feston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Main Street Sunoco, Big Lomini Drugstore, locally owned and trusted since 1929. McGovern Insurance Agency. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Nick's Excavating and Construction. Your starting lineups are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Join us for the season finale of high school basketball, Wednesday, February 12th, as the Mountain View Lady Eagles visit the Forest City Lady Foresters, here on Adams Cable Channel 7.